heroes, and why not? One of the great champions like Mike-Aulby, at whom we're looking, who has the lead by 17 with a strike up, shooting in the 6th frame. What do we do here, Nelson?
Well, Aulby, actually a bad shot. I mean, these lanes are nice enough. He gets to the line a little quickly. His shoulders are bent over his knees, which he doesn't get the leverage. And what he needs to do is get the ball over to the right of the 3-pin, drive the 3 into the 7. Not a real tough shot for Aulby. He needs this to maintain that 17-pin lead.
All-out effort. Missing.
Aulby with the shoulders a little forward, kind of stuck on the approach. Now Mike has a normal sliding shoe on, but he has a special right shoe. His pivot step shoe has all rubber all over it for these synthetic approaches. So obviously it didn't work on that particular shot. If you'll see Aulby's, which we can't see here, Aulby here, he'll roll it here, he'll be quickly out in this area. Watch this line. The key is to get it wide.
And still not that pocket hit he was looking for. His lead is decreased to 3 pins. And Tami, concerned, looking a moment ago at the overhead score sheet.
Mike-Aulby has 2 methods he shoots the 3-5-6 spare with. One, he plays the big hook ball off the left edge or his strike ball, or he can throw it very hard down the right side. So here he goes. Watch the wide swing.
Nice job on the 3-5-6 for Mike-Aulby, winner of 19 championships in a 13-year professional career. We'll be back in Sacramento soon. Yes, for great golfers head-to-head. We have head-to-head bowling competition here, the best. This is Parker-Bohn, Freehold, New Jersey, trailing by 3, a spare up, 7th frame. And now he'll have a chance to shoot that spare, that 3-7 that Mike-Aulby missed a little while ago, and cut his lead from 17 pins down to only 3. It's just another example. If you miss, make an error in bowling, you can never recover. Yes, start all over again, but here's the shot. Way to the left of center now. Left-hander Parker-Bohn. Perfectly. Great conversion, Nelson.
Thank you, Chris Schenkel. And with me is Joe Salvemini. Joe, obviously Parker made a great shot, but all week long we watched the ball hook back from the gutter and end up in the pocket. Now it's hanging. Does that kind of worry you?
No, it doesn't worry me. I think they've been doing that all week long, off and on. And it's just a matter of getting the right ball in your hand. I went through 6 balls this week, and it's just a matter of picking the right one up and hopefully throwing it good and open up the lane.
All right, he's very confident. He'll play the winner of this match. Back to you, Chris.
Very confident. Well, he was successful with that shot on the right lane, and as he scratches his head on Parker, I don't blame you one bit. 6 telecasts in 1990, winning 3 last year. 1991, 4 TVs, the 5th, the 4th, the 2nd, and a 5th, earning $69,000. And Mike-Aulby always looking away from what's happening in front of him. In this case, the shot of Bohn. 3-7. And like Mike, misses after a successful split conversion. So now, Mike-Aulby is back to a 19-pin lead.
Aulby with that special right shoe. You'll see him for his pivot step on his slide shoe, and a good push off is important. There, he hits the line solid this time.
Oh, count him.
Chris, we're seeing something that very similar we've seen the last couple of weeks. Number one, the players had the ball swinging back from the edge all week long, and right now they have to point it up. There's 2 schools of thoughts. Here he can go over here and try to slide the 6 over into this area. This is the best way to make it. Or he can go over in this area and try to bounce a pin off, and I suggest going for the 3 for the pin count.
And which the great champion does. 60th telecast, 222 average for Mike-Aulby. Next Saturday, our Professional Bowlers Tour and our 30th anniversary season heads deep into the heart of Texas. The Quaker State Open coverage begins at 3 Central, or 3 Eastern and 2 Central, right here on ABC. And that was a photo of Harry Sullins, our winner last week, and he is our scorekeeper today.
Just 2 pins difference. They are going into the last 2 frames. Both players going at a 170-some pace. Aulby with the advantage. Key 9th frame.
So now it's a 2-pin for Mike-Aulby on the left lane. If you just joined us, we're in our very first match. The winner to meet another left-hander, Joe Salvemini.
Chris, the ball just hanging out there. The players are trying to start the ball up towards the pocket instead of swinging it wide, and it's very uncharacteristic of what we have seen here in the previous 4 days. The players are confused, but the match is still up for grabs.
Just does come up. Mike-Aulby.
I think, Chris, as you said about Aulby, is the hardest thing to adjust to is when you're playing that extreme outside line and you don't get the proper ball reaction. In other words, it's such a volatile shot. It's either strike or nothing, and right now it's all nothing. But the winner of this match has a little chance to figure it out against Salvemini, but it's up for grabs. Bohn trails by 2. Now, he tried to make an adjustment, and the ball just got wild. He moved into around the first arrow. The players have never had to play in the center of the lane all week long. Bohn takes, look at where that ball position is on the lane. It's not that wide shot we've seen all week long, and obviously there's nothing there to work with. Bohn has drawn a very tough spare right here, the 1, 2, 4.
And for Parker, it's his 3rd open frame in this first match, and once those lights come on and the pressure, it makes a big difference. I don't care what they average throughout the week.
I agree, Chris, but you see what happened. The ball breaks very sharply the last 10 or 15 feet, and it's the only way you could cut the 2-pin out there. But the oil is carried too far down the lane. A tough shot for these guys, but the match is still up for grabs. Lane conditioning. Wow. Tough. There's an old saying that a player is a residue of the lane condition on adjusting his shot. Now, Parker-Bohn with still a chance to win this match, leaves the 3, 6, 7, 9. He has a chance to make it, but very difficult shot. Oh, robbed. It was so beautifully tried and executed that he left the 7-pin, and he has shot a 153. Aulby's going to win this match, and just reflecting on something I have seen from my first week back bowling, Chris, over the last 3 years, the lanes on the tour are hooking so much more than when I quit 3 years ago, and that may make a big difference there in the championship round. That's a winner for Aulby. All right, Mike-Aulby. The winner will be the winner of this first match, and not that all thrilled, because he's not bowling the way he wants to, nor did Parker-Bohn. All right. So Mike-Aulby has defeated Parker-Bohn and will meet Joe Salvemini. ABC Sports presentation of the Pro Bowlers.